sense of my own personal experience as a way of stimulating some reflection on the hope and promise of peace education as a tool for building a just and peaceful future. My concern again is that peace education without this future's orientation remains little more than an activity in critical thought. As peace educators, we are presented with a number of very real pedagogical challenges in educating for the establishment of cultures of peace. Having a critical understanding of our world, I think, would mean very little if we also don't find ways to pedagogically nurture the internal convictions that are the foundations for forms of nonviolent external political action that are necessary for envisioning, designing, and taking action to build and construct a more preferred future. So as the new school year is about to begin, at least for most of us here in the Northern Hemisphere, I really want to encourage educators to consider integrating some of these essential futures inquiries for thinking about envisioning, planning, and establishing the new normal of a post-COVID-19 world into their curricula. And I want to conclude maybe then with just another quote from my good friend and mentor, Barry Reardon again, who reminds us that, quote, "If we are to educate for peace, both teachers and students need to have some notion of the transformed world we are educating for." So thank you very much.
Thorough and elaborated. I'd like to move right away. Since we only have a half an hour left, I would like to quickly move to Dr. Herbert Rosana and then to Dr. Steve Shara. So that we may have a little bit of time left for questions and answers. And thank you. Dr. Rosana.
Okay, am I audible? Can you hear me? Can everybody hear me?
We can hear you, definitely.
Okay, so good evening from my side. It's almost 12 midnight, and I would like to actually Tony has already summarized everything that is about peace education, and looking into my notes, actually most of what he has said is almost the same as my thoughts and ideas. And in sharing our experience with peace education in Bicol University, we started this in 1993. That was a long time ago. In fact, I met Janet Gerson in 1997. That was in El Salvador. And I was still a young instructor then, and I didn't have any tenure with my university then. And I'm still beginning with my career in peace education. That was where also I met Betty Reardon. And when we introduced our peace education in Bicol University, it was quite a topsy-turvy situation because we didn't know where to start with. Actually, we started with the master's degree program. We did some pilot studies and then implementing a curriculum. Then eventually we decided to make it a more holistic program. So we started from the elementary school level, from the grade school level, then up to the bachelor's degree program. Then later on, we developed our PhD in Peace and Security Administration. So when we were beginning, we're starting with the program, we were wondering what kind of students we would like to have. And that was the first time that we introduced our Peace and Security Studies program with the uniformed personnel, with the police and the military. And most of our critics then at the time were questioning us, why would you promote peace education, and why would you make the police and the military as your students? And for us, it was a challenging time because at the time, the police and the military had a bad reputation, or they didn't have a good reputation with the people at the time, and they were perceived as the abusers of the people at the time. But we persisted in that kind of idea that probably we would like to make a different kind of peace education. While others are promoting peace education in a different way, we would like also to promote it in a more different way. And at the time, we had to struggle not only with the general public and with the government, which is the main the one that funds our university at that time. We also have to contend with the university community because most of them don't believe in. They think that peace education is something like a very utopian idea, and they thought that maybe there should be a program which is more scientific and more